All right. How's everybody doing today? Say Braulio and Vanillix. How you guys doing? Welcome. Hope you guys been having a good week. Sorry we didn't have a stream on Tuesday. Crystal Pokeball, welcome. Yeah, so sorry for no stream on Tuesday. I ended up doing a little bit of updating on the stream setup. New lights that are actually like reasonably sized to be on the desk. Got a TV fully mounted and wired on the wall. I have ideas for what to do with stream stuff on that. I'm not quite sure what it'll be. These lights are very bright. I am squinting a lot. But yeah, how you guys doing? Love the lighting. Thank you. Yeah, I ended up getting key light airs. I found a good deal on a pair of key light airs, so I went ahead and got those because they're also, you know, they're controllable and stuff. So like, you know, I can actually go in and adjust brightness and color levels and everything. So don't have your Duskull at about 1900. Dang. Hopefully you find it soon, man. Hopefully you find it soon. Yeah, we're nowhere near that, but we also have not found Duskull yet. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I'm happy to be able to say that I'm set up a bit more, settled into a bit more of a schedule. Hopefully it means I can start trying to plan some stuff a bit longer term, a little bit further out, you know, potential collabs and stuff like that. I will say it is very unfortunate timing that I was like, hey everyone, I'm setting a schedule. Be sure to check in. I'm going to be live at these times. Tomorrow I won't be able to stream. I'll be posting like a shiny reaction highlight instead. Some family stuff's happening, so I'm meeting up with some family. So that's happening tomorrow. That came out after I had, like, less than 12 hours after I had, like, made my announcement. It's just very unfortunate. If that kind of stuff happens, I'll have to postpone streams. I'll make sure to have, like, a shiny reaction of some sort to post. I might turn this down a little bit, this light. I used to name being shortened, but you like it better? I'm still calling you Vanillix. Yeah, I gotta adjust my, pull. What if I just pull them both cold again? That's a little bit less bright. I might leave it like that for now. Or nah, we're just gonna go with, oh. They got mad at me. Oh, I put the wrong one. Never mind. They didn't get mad at me. I hit a button weird. 1 second, I gotta update this thing in my Stream Deck. I do need to catch up on reaction uploads. You like it? Like now? No, we're not doing now. We're not doing what it is now. Sorry about this. I was testing some stuff with some code I wrote for these. Not really code, scripts. I was testing some scripts I wrote for these, and I forgot which one I had actually wired up to a button. Perfect. I gotta keep my camera from... Oh gosh, yeah. No, that's not gonna readjust, is it? Fun times dealing with lighting. There we go. I am gonna, like I said, I am gonna turn these down a little bit, but I'm gonna turn down brightness. I'm gonna keep the color temperature the same. Let's pull that to like 70. Just something a bit easier for me to stare at a camera through. You know? There we go. I do need to catch up on reaction uploads. There are a few I would like to post. I'm probably not going to post every single shiny reaction. I do have them all saved. It'll probably be some like big end of the year, go back through them kind of thing. But I'm going to be honest, I don't feel the need to post like every single one. You know, like sometimes it just doesn't make sense, right? Like maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe you guys want every single one. But I feel like 30-second videos of like the 7th Oddish I've seen is a little bit like... Why would I post that? You know? That's maybe my mentality on it. Let me know if you guys think differently. But especially over the summer when, like, new job and moving and everything like that was happening. Have a good stream. Gotta go. Plans in an hour and have to get ready. Alright, see you later, Braulio. I'm glad you're able to stop by here at the start. Hope you have a good time with doing whatever your plans are. Being able to put something in your editor. Make a donor reaction video. That'll just be your channel, Vanillix. Just become like a Mr. Beast type person and just do videos like giving away money. Hey, what's going on, Juan? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? But yeah, I guess I'm very excited to have these lights just because they are a little bit more controllable. Because I can't get I won't get them out now. Actually, I might grab one just to like show for comparison of what I was dealing with before and what I was dealing with now. Make a clips channel. So I've actually thought about that. Maybe not so much a clips channel, at least for the start. I don't think there's quite enough here for me to have a highlights / clips channel, but I have considered making like a VOD channel. So basically anything from Twitch or YouTube stream-wise goes there, and then presumably, hopefully, at some point I actually like have the setup together to consistently make videos. Almost halfway through Inktober, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I've loved all the drawings one. I took the headphones off to go grab one of the old lights, but I want to start an encounter first. There we go. Let's start this encounter. I'm gonna go ahead, hit the counter up, and walk away. Yeah, okay. So we all see how, you know, small this light is, size of my hand. It's about like that thick, and it's on a stand. I'm gonna mount it on the TV and lift it up so we don't have a blinding light in camera. But for reference, this is what it's replacing. Like this giant thing, I had 2 of them on my desk. This is what I was using, and this is why I replaced them. These are big and heavy. They're not really super heavy, but they're big. They take up a lot of space. So yeah, that's why I wanted to upgrade those. I really just wanted to replace them. They didn't need to be an upgrade, but they did need to be replaced. They took up way too much desk space for what they are. They're great for video, right? Like they're great for video. Not for streams is basically what it comes down to. Is for streams it just doesn't work well, right? Like just because they're so big and they take up so much of my desk. But if I do video where I'm either turned around looking at that wall and looking at the computer, or you know, set up in a different way so like that screen is a backdrop for videos looking right at it, those lights set up on the floor, fantastic. They just use way too much desk space when, like, the one of these that I have above my camera literally takes up no space on my desk. It goes off of the flash mount or, like, you know, just general accessory mount on my camera and, like, stays there, right? Like, they're just so much more convenient. They're so much more convenient. Those are huge. Yeah, no. And I'm not knocking them. They are fantastic for what they are. They are soft boxes. They are meant to be diffused lights, as opposed to these key lights being very much so harsher. If you compare like the camera now to like the lighting now to like the last stream, you know, when I still was using the other lights. For one, these are a bit warmer. These are a bit warmer just because like they're a warmer white. Solely because I set them to a warmer white. You know, I saw that I turned them down to like completely cold. They match those a lot more. I'm still gonna mess with that, mess with color temperatures, see what people say they like, see what I like. All that fun stuff. Yeah, so I'm not quite set with the colors of the lights, but these just have so much more room to customize them. But yeah, those lights were fantastic. They were purchased with like stream donation money. Years ago at this point, and yeah, they were very good for what I used them for back then. It's just, and they worked when I kind of set my desk up around them, but I didn't set my desk up with them in mind this time. And you know, when I did put it over in that corner, it was taking up a massive amount of space. Yeah, so I prefer these. I prefer these for streaming and being able to leave permanently mounted on a desk. Weirdly, the bigger ones are easier to move around. I prefer moving those around. Just counted your 16 hours in a Duskull hunt over all your streams. Dang! That is a long time. Can move VODs to another channel so it doesn't crowd this one. That's my thought. Like, right now, it doesn't make sense. It would actually, if anything, just be like suicide for the channel, effectively. As much as there is room for it to be, right? It would basically pull my view count on the channel under being able to be a YouTube partner if I removed all my VODs. So I don't think any would be removed, but like it would be a going forward thing. If I got to that point, I think it would be more around like BDSP coming out, or if I just had some other kind of if I had recurring videos being posted, we would move the VODs, because it would also make it where like VODs on here and VODs on the, you know, hypothetical eventual day that I keep talking about of me doing a Twitch stream again. Those VODs could also go on that same channel. Granted, YouTube has been slowly getting better about filtering out stream VODs and actual video uploads. I feel like it's getting A/B tested still, and it has been for like a year, but I definitely like can sort out like live streams and uploads like separately. So it might not be necessary. The only reason it'd be necessary is to keep Twitch VODs separate from like YouTube uploads. Let's safely say this is the most you've ever used a pen before. The pen, you're getting your use out of it, man. You're getting your use out of it. Setup looking more professional. Absolutely. That's the goal. That's the goal. And yeah, I got GameCubes probably in a more permanent spot on that side of the TV. Now that the TV is in place, I'm able to actually kind of organize stuff IRL to match where the TV is on the wall. Yeah, it's cool. We got a TV up there. I feel like there's got to be something I can do stream related as far as like an actual stream background. Right now it's just a Chromecast, like screensaver. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on that. Like I said, that light will be moved up and probably a little bit over, just to provide light in a better spot and also to be off camera. You remember making your Manaphy video yesterday, the one saying how to get it? Heck yeah. The one where I think like nearly every comment on it is saying turn the music down, as though I could like turn the music down on that video in any meaningful way. I don't have the files anymore. I don't even have like... I might have the editing timeline somewhere, but I don't have the software license anymore because I use Resolve now. Yeah, that was an unfortunate kind of like, I didn't notice it while editing because I knew what I was saying. That's fine. And then like very much like I can see where people would see I'm mumbling or something like that. Fun times. If you make like 4 videos, it wouldn't be just a problem, probably. Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, I mean, yeah, you can go back, like, honestly, I was never super happy with the quality of the streams at the apartment. Yeah, I've talked about it so much. I've rambled about how, like, I'm in a dedicated room, woo! Like, the streams at the apartment, I was never super happy with. Given that I had already been streaming for so long, I should never have really had issue getting good lighting or anything like that. Like, the streams had like plateaued in quality, I would say, in terms of like video and audio quality from like early 2019, if not like late 2018, through to like very recently, right? Like until I replaced the camera. And even then, like, for having a DSLR, the lighting and everything wasn't fantastic. Now it's a lot better. It's a lot better now. So I'm a lot happier with it here, and definitely I've worked on getting more audio stuff. I've actually finally got, you can't quite see it, which is kind of the point. I actually got the bass traps hung in the corners, because I had tried sticking them up there before, but they kept falling. The adhesive was never working. But I just ended up saying screw it, and I took some, I have like a box full of like finishing nails from those super cheap like Walmart or Target bookshelves that use a piece of cardboard on the back as structural support. Like, they're perfect college bookshelves because they're like $14 to $20. They're fantastic in that regard. But they're built like they're like $14. So you know, and I was always lazy in college. I never put all the, like, you just like nailed this piece of cardboard into the back of the frame for the bookshelves to keep it from wobbling. And I always put like six nails in it or something out of like the package of 25. So I just have a like pile of nails in my toolbox. And I just use those for hanging pictures, like if they're like posters and stuff, like in like cheap, like super lightweight frames. I just took 3 of those nails per foam piece and just like tacked it into the corners up in the wall. And the only one I haven't gotten up is the one that direction, basically. So like there's the one in that corner of this wall. Go across that wall. I haven't put that one in because that one's behind my desk, behind my computer, and I did not want to just like haphazardly get up on my desk and do that. I need to get like a step ladder or something. Yo, gamers, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What's in the background? So, background, yes, things have changed since Monday. Excuse me. So the TV was on the wall Monday. It was just off. Now it actually has power and stuff running through the wall, so it's all nice and like, you know, floaty looking. Yeah, so the TV, I'm gonna try to figure out a stream backdrop to put on the TV. The Cubone Skull was there, 3D printer was there, we've already done stuff with that. Game cubes are there, and then that light there is a new fill light that I'm using. I used to have a really big one back there that would stand up above it, but it was like really wide and like very big and took up a lot of space. So I wanted that one because the other ones were just lights. They're just lamps. So like they just had a switch on them, and you know, we're more high tech than that. It's 2021. I should be able to come in here, hit a button on my Stream Deck, and turn off the key lights, right? Alright, let's hope that it actually kind of pulls back. Come on. Come on. I don't want to have to turn the camera off again, but I might have to. Hey, there we go. But yeah, so I was able to do something. Timmy Turtle, welcome to the stream. Shiny hunting in New Mauville with hordes. Done 400 hordes. Best of luck. Hope you find a shiny soon. That's about, what, 2,000 encounters right there? So best of luck. Hope you find a shiny soon. Don't think so. You thought the quality improved from the college streams? Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate that. I know at one point I realized I was being dumb with this mic and actually moved it close enough for like the quality of the mic to be good. So like that was that, like there were small things that kind of happened, but a lot of it was like, come on, man, why haven't you just like bought new things for the stream? Like as like from the perspective of you now have money, you can buy things to help the stream, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, no, I mean. Ultimately, yeah. If I went back and looked, the streams probably are a lot better. I would definitely say by the end, once I had after the camera was the biggest thing. The mic was the second biggest thing, if not maybe the other way around. They're both up there. Moving the mic has been the same mic since like 2018, like early 2018. But yeah. So, I mean, it's very slow improvements compared to what I would have liked, or very small improvements compared to what I would have liked, as far as, like, getting a better background, getting better lighting, all this fun stuff. But we have that now. And now it's controllable. It'll tell if you do awesome. Opinion on Fakemon? Like, on people making up their own? I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool when people, like, make up their own Pokemon, you know, being creative and all that kind of stuff. Look back and the quality was lower, but it's nostalgic feel though. It's crazy going back to some of like the Trico hunts. I mean, like, man, why did people watch this? But honestly, like, it doesn't feel like it's been 4 years, but it also feels, it also like 4 years is a long time in internet time, and the quality of live streaming on YouTube has changed in that time. The landscape of live streaming on YouTube has changed. In that time, YouTube culture as a whole has changed significantly since 2017. So like, no, it's it's interesting to look back. I remember I decided to click on that Ralts video that everyone gets recommended, that really old Ralts VOD, and watch it for a bit. And one, it was nostalgic just to like see everything there and be like, man, this is crazy. But then it was also like it was also super nostalgic just to like hear me like say hello to a bunch of people, and honestly kind of like want to like shake myself and just be like, remember this more, value these streams right here so much more. Like they're a special time. They're a special time. You know. Curious now, if you send 3 starters, can you answer which one to choose? Sure, go for it. It's crazy how much YouTube stream quality has changed, and definitely culture has changed. Some of the chat archives are in some of them. Anything post Trico should still have the chat archive. Trico and the early Charmander hunts won't, because anything that happened pre that whole weird YouTube banning me thing got privated, and when like a VOD or a video just in general goes private and unprivates, it will, like, I think it loses the chat. Or maybe it was just part of the whole nuking my channel thing that YouTube did. That's still frustrating. That's still frustrating that happened. But guys, now I'm very excited about these lights. I'm excited about all of this lighting here. Because it's all, to an extent, smart lights. Which I never really like using the software for smart lights, because it always feels really heavy. Like these Elgato key lights, you know, they have like their own control center app that they want you to install on your computer to you know, control the lights and stuff. Like, you know, like there's an app on your phone. I install that, but I didn't want to install the software on my computer, which you need to control the lights with to control the lights with your Stream Deck. Unless you know how to write, unless you know how to make like REST API calls. Learn how to write little scripts. If nothing else, learn how to like Google for scripts and look stuff up. It is so helpful when you don't want to like install a bunch of like bloated software on a computer, and it's just in general, I think, really fun. I might be biased as a CS major. I might be a little bit more inclined to like writing code, but I was able to basically, I was trying to set up on my Stream Deck today a button where I just hit the button, it opens OBS, sets my scenes up, mutes audio in certain ways, gets the lights that I have here for color turned on, get my key lights set up and turned on, and I wanted all of that controlled with a single button. And the software was saying, like, in order to control the lights directly, like as lights in like the Stream Deck software, it's like, oh, you gotta have like the light control center software. It's like, I don't want that. I found someone online had figured out how that software talks to the lights, and I just made a little tiny like script that acts like it's that file, acts like it's that software, and just tells the lights the right like wording. It tells the lights the right instructions to act like it's the software, and it works. The 3 have been sent. All right, let's see. I actually kind of really like the grass type scorpion. That's really clever with the leaf. I really like that. I really like that. What's your favorite 3 Pokemon? Yours would be Scizor, Wooper, and Mudkip. For me, it would be Rowlet, Ralts, and Milotic, probably. Rowlet and Ralts for sure. Milotic. I had never really thought specifically about a third, but Milotic's my favorite shiny, so I'd go with that. It's already up there. Back to the Twitch, hunting for Spiritomb. Best of luck, gamers. Hope you find it, man. Chat nostalgia overload. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I have some things I want to update on the layout here. I want to like the layout to actually have a bit more info to it instead of just having the like type these Nightbot commands that like 90% of people in here already have done the things on there or like have seen the commands. Favorite shiny is Corsola. It's underrated. Corsola does have a cool shiny. I don't know what it is. The like blue to pink, pink to blues, and then like the blue to oranges. Like most of the time, those kind of shinies are all really good. Corsola is one of those, going from pink to that light blue. layout's a bit dated, like the theme. I'm fine leaving the theme. The theming's fine. It's just the layout itself has been has gotten a bit broken over time and doesn't quite have all the information I wanted to have in it. There's a little bit of polish I want to add to it. I don't think there's a need inherently to change like the style of the layout for any particular reason. I think it just needs to be like polished, you know. Like the coloring and the styling, I think is fine. I think it's just I think it just needs to like be refreshed. As far as like rearranging some stuff, trying to get everything kind of working a bit more, like all like getting it all looking right, getting all the fonts and the outlines and all this stuff to like actually kind of match up. Thorpian's Shiny and Final Evo. Oh, I like the name. Nice. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, I really like that. Very precise and professional about all this. Saying YouTubers and streamers need to have a mindset about. Yeah, no, the problem is acting on it. I have so many ideas for stream stuff in my head, and I'll sit down to like start doing them, and then I'll play a game for a few hours, or I'll like hit a small little roadblock and go, oh no, I'll do something else now. Like there's something I've been trying to render out, but DaVinci Resolve has some like rendering issues with it, like to the point where honestly, this isn't even me being like, oh, and finding a reason to procrastinate. This is something like after looking at the forums, I might just have to recreate the entire project and re-render the whole thing. Like pretend. Are we back? And we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what's been causing my streams to go down a little bit every once in a while. You're not the only one. Something happened here. There's some things I need to figure out with my network. I might have messed something up last week. So I'm probably just gonna end up resetting like everything on my network like over the weekend. Just starting fresh. There's a few things I like set up that I think might be causing some issues with my internet. So I gotta fix that. I gotta turn some stuff off and like reset some settings and configurations on stuff. Apartment vibes, right? Yeah, like I set up a few things. I was trying to do something. I was trying to do one thing. I won't exactly say what it is. It was nothing like illegal, I promise. It wasn't like piracy or anything. But I think I might have accidentally convinced a few services that like my house was the exit for a VPN, which most like streaming services don't like. Like I'm actually in this really weird situation at the moment where like what am I trying to say? Yeah, so like I'm in this very interesting situation at the moment where like with like a F1 or with HBO, I haven't tried Disney since this has happened, but like with HBO specifically, it's really interesting. The app can like weirdly, yeah, we don't know what happened, won't load on my phone in the same way that it just kind of like, oh no, like a VPN or something, right? Like, oh no, we don't know what happened. Your internet's not working. And you turn off the VPN and it works. Won't connect to my Wi-Fi on my phone through the app. So if I open up on cell data, turn Wi-Fi back on once I'm above like an episode hitting play, cast to my TV, like to this TV, and then hit play, it works. Something in that app check when it initially loads, just like, oh no, it's not working, and then it's totally fine. So I think one of the things I set up might have like tripped a lot of those services now, like trying to prevent like, just like aggressively prevent anything they think is a VPN, you know? The nostalgic lag, right? Everyone always tells you chinchillas are weird pets to have. Let's look over at your chinchilla randomly twitching and hopping around because a bird flew by the window. You agree with them? They're weird, but they're adorable. Got a box of eggs done. Gonna eat real quick. Nice. Gonna have that shiny in no time, man. Network will slow down randomly. I've been trying to figure out what it does, why it does. Sometimes that's like ISP related. They oversell the amount of bandwidth they have on the network. Like your neighborhood or apartment or whatever they might be able to give like 1,000 megabits or something to the whole place. That number is offensively low. That's not what it should be, but just for round numbers speak, let's say they give like 1,000 megabits to like your neighborhood or your apartment building or something. They'll sell everyone enough that like if there's like 10 people in your neighborhood, they'll sell everyone 150 down. That's, if you do the math, 1,500. That is 500 megabits per second more than they can actually like provide. They'll do that because in general, who's all using it at once? But more and more people are streaming everything and are all maxing out their connection. So they kind of just like slow down people, and it's like part of the contract, fine lines, like, oh, we can slow you down at any time for like network stuff. Dumb because it happens frequently. I mean, I've had these weird drops several times in the past couple streams, and fortunately OBS has been cleanly recovering, so whatever's happening, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, the drops are kind of unfortunate. Because we didn't have them for the first couple weeks I was here, so I think we're okay in regards to like the internet just not being able to handle the stream or something. So I think that's okay. But yeah, no, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate when it kind of cuts out like that. So I gotta just make sure it's not something I did. Hey, Goldie, what's going on? Voting Ale. Oh, the Minecraft mob vote. I don't know what they all do. I know what Ale does because so many Redstone people have said we need this, and I agree from what they've said. It's one of the few things I'm like, I wish I could do this, and this mob handles it. I don't know what the other mobs do. Like whatever the one that like is like a bush with eyes apparently like can detect entities that are there, which I'm a Java player, I don't need to be able to do. But yeah, I don't know what the use for most of them are. I was doing something for working your network, just drop speed randomly, it lagged your browser and lost everything. Oof. That stinks. Yeah, for me it's just been like my network kind of like blipping out every once in a while. It would happen on Discord occasionally where it's like lost connection. I'd be watching like my friend was like streaming a game they were playing and it would lag and I'd be like, is anyone else getting this? And then like I would drop from a call and come back. Yeah, fortunately for me, none of my, outside of like meetings and then like, you know, personal stuff like streams and games and stuff, I don't have, yeah, outside of like just needing to like keep connected to my meeting, which everyone at my company is very reasonable about. If like I don't respond and come back and be like, hey, my internet dropped, did we get to me and like stand up or something? They'd be like, oh yeah, no problem. You know, like no one cares. It's like I don't have problems there because all my work stuff is local until like I push it up, and if my internet's out when I try to push it up, it just goes, hey, no connection, try again, and then I try again and it's fine. ISP's been doing crap lately. You can drop lately. They really have no reason to improve. So they just kind of always been meh. Not a big fan of them. So it looks like we'll hit 1,000 tonight. Assuming we don't find the shiny, it looks like we'll hit 1,000 tonight. Should be interesting. First time we've hit 1,000 encounters on a Pokemon in a long time. Right, never mind, I take that back. Terrakian's over 1,000. Never mind me. I'm rambling. Just never have this issue. I think part of it ends up being, like I was saying, they haven't upgraded anything in a long time. They haven't had to, and suddenly now people need more internet. And I was like, oh, crud. I'm still racing my printer. The printer won. The printer won. It finished. I haven't put the Duskull together. I'll work on putting that together, and then once we find the shiny, I'll like post a picture of it or something. But yeah, no, the printer one right now I just have stuff sitting on it because I had to move it for some stuff. Yeah, I'm still kind of working on getting things like giving things proper homes. Can you see the pieces? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I believe you were here. You might have been here to see this finish, or not quite see this finish. This was the little like skull mask. This is the eye. So just printed a little red circle, and then for the shiny body, we also printed it in the same red, just because it's the only red I have. The like Duskull body. So I just gotta get like my 3D pen out to like melt those together, to like weld them together. But yeah. That looks pretty cool. It turned out pretty well, especially for a 3D printed Pokemon. I think it ended up looking really cool. Can't imagine the Horta complaints. I mean, they're just kind of used to them. It's part of business for them. Yeah, nice. It did turn out really well. It turned out really well. It does look good, yeah. I think that was cool. I think that was a cool thing to do. Also, see if I can find models of other Pokemon to potentially try it with. If we do, I would like to be a little bit more cleanly on the layout than it currently is, where it's literally just like when I plug the webcam in, it just pops up a camera in the corner. Because I wanna set it up so like it's its own whole little system, and I can just like open a web browser and see the stuff. I had it set up a little bit, but it yelled at me because I did it poorly. So I gotta fix that. I gotta fix a lot of stuff right now. Remember when they said Wi-Fi would be free? Shareably? Like unlimited? Do you mean unlimited or do you mean free? Because like Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. Like that's just how you use your internet. Believe unlimited, yeah. I mean, again, part of the problem is it's the same reason why like back when smartphones first came out, I remember there was the point where it's like you paid like you bought like a certain number of minutes, call minutes, and a certain number of text messages per month. Like that was what you did. Was like calls and texts were limited, and like, hey, as like an extra bonus, you know, unlimited like data. You know, like for 3G or something on your phone, if your phone has it, right? Because like at that time, phones weren't all smartphones. They didn't all have like internet. You know, they were still like 2G. There were still like 2G antennas and stuff, and like really did not have the bandwidth to pull anything down. So like it was kind of a thing where it's like, oh yeah, your phone has data on it. That's cool. You can like load like a basic web page sometimes, or like email, right? Like that was the whole point. And so it's just a whatever kind of throw it in thing. And then iPhones and Androids and everything else came out, and people only use data, like to the point where like because your messages were limited, stuff like iMessage started. So it's like, hey, you're using your free data to send your messages instead of using your text messages. And so like it very quickly flipped where it's like you get a phone plan. None of them care how many like texts you send or how many calls you make, because they know that like is dwarfed by the amount of cell data. So that's when that became, you know, X number of gigabytes per month, right? And it was like, oh yeah, you can still use your home network. And then the same thing kind of happened with them. Part of that whole over provisioning thing where like they say, oh, we can do so much, you know, like they'll sell you Like, here, Comcast will sell me a 2 gigabit per second internet plan, but I still only have, like, 1.2 terabytes of, like, data per month from Comcast, unless I want to pay them an extra $50 a month, which I really don't. And, like, it's like, okay, so, like, I could use my full internet speed for, like, 3 hours or something. Like, something ridiculously tiny for the whole month. I could easily see a series of that dramatic music playing. I raced my 3D printer for a shiny. That'd be kind of cool to do, yeah. I'd have to win at least once. That is a Flip Blackberry or Word Mole and Brick Breaker were all it was. My phone was fancy. I had Tetris. I had an officially licensed version of Tetris on my phone. I was fancy. Can I? I can say that, Timmy. I don't want to, though. I'm gonna use actual texting app, all my messages, like the future. I mean, it just depends, right? Like, I'm still, like, on, like, my dad's phone plan and stuff. And so he can, like, check, not, like, what texts are sent, but if, like, an actual text message is sent, he can see that, like, you know, Ian's phone or like my sister's phone sent a text, but the only time that I send a text that would like show up on that is to my mom and to my sister, because they have iPhones and I don't. That's it. Everything else I do is to people who either through the messaging app on my Pixel, like goes through their RCS that they do now for that, like. If you both have, like, that Android Messages app, like the default messaging app on, like, stock Android, if you both have that, it doesn't go through text. It goes through data. iMessage goes through data. If you use, WeChat, Line, GroupMe, WhatsApp, all that goes through, data. None of it goes through text. But it was so fancy when you upgraded to the BlackBerry with that miniature pull-out keyboard, so you didn't have to text on cluster keys. My phone was, so my first phone was, like, a super free, like, flip phone, where, like, I did not know how to use, like, a T9. So I had to, like, 1, 2, 3, like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, like, to get to the right, like, number, or, like, the right letter. I also didn't text all that much, because I only had, like, 250 texts a month, and was very nervous to run through them all, so, like, I only used, like, 5. I got upgraded to unlimited texting when I got my dad's old phone, which was a Samsung, I believe? Samsung Alias? Or LG Alias? Whoever made the Alias, which was the phone that would flip open like a normal flip phone, right? So, like, if like a normal flip phone opens like this, it's like have the, like, cluster keys here. It would do that, or you could close it and open it to the side like that and get a full QWERTY keyboard. That was a fun phone, because, yeah, you had, like, a full keyboard for texting. So that was nice. I don't see lots of activity since you only text your family or friends. Friends you text over social media or a messenger app. Yeah, I mean, like, most of my friends I text through Line or through GroupMe. Like, it was to the point where, like, literally years had gone by being friends with some people, and I'm like, I don't have your phone number. Like, just straight up, it's like, I've had no need for your phone number. Like, just, we were all in a group chat together already, or, like, yeah, like, we'd all been in group chats from, like, school stuff, so it's like, just DM on GroupMe and stuff like that. Flip phone was fancy. You could play Uno on it and watch YouTube on it. I mean, theoretically, that's kind of the thing. You could watch YouTube on phones and stuff before. But it was like 2G networks, so it was horrific. Granted, YouTube was also like 480p at the time, so like you weren't really missing much, or you really weren't like losing much quality, you know. Because I remember watching like when my parents both got like touch screen phones. The iPhone had existed at this point, but like there really wasn't like the Droid hadn't come out yet, so the closest thing that you could get on Verizon, because iPhones were AT&T locked at the time, the closest thing you could get on Verizon was like LG Voyagers and LG Versas. And my parents had LG Versas, which were basically just like slate touchscreen phones that were like as thick as 4 phones now and had the screen like an eighth of the size, you know? And I remember like my dad opening up a web browser, navigating to youtube.com and loading like a Rhett and Link YouTube video. Like, I remember that. That was what? That would have been... I would have been in middle school, just barely in middle school. So that would have been like 2007, 2008. Yeah, that was... that was a time. Maybe like 2000... Yeah, maybe like 2009. You know, back in the days when a flip phone was considered cool because you could end calls with the most sass by slamming it shut. When everyone wanted the Motorola Razr. The coolest looking phone. It was so thin. Hey, Captain Cookie, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yeah, that was a different time. I always wanted the Juke. That little like phone that would flip open like sideways. Like it would like basically you would spin the screen around to open it. I don't know why I wanted that. Because like looking back on it, it had a horrific user interface. It was so tiny. Like it was tiny by phone standards then in terms of like the like keyboard size. It was like super tiny. So like yeah, I don't know why I wanted that. Like looking back, I'm like that'd be horrible. I don't know. We'll look back on phones like from like, you know, the mid 2010s and be like, why would you ever want that? It's gotta work and enjoy some ice cream. Nice. That sounds really good. I could go for some ice cream. Yeah, but that was like, I don't know, like that time with phones was really interesting because there was so many varieties of phones, but like I guess it was just kind of the thing of like, because the internet wasn't really what it is now, there wasn't a way for there to be reviewers of all these different phones, so they just kind of existed. Like you didn't know what kind of phones were out there until you went into like an AT&T or a Verizon store and like actually saw the phones. And, you know, it was flip phone era, so like, you know, there were tons of just like standard flip phones. They were all just like slightly different sizes and slightly different designs. And then yeah, you had the phones that like slid open, and you had the ones that like spun open, because you had like the Sidekick. The Sidekick was like one of the coolest phones because it had a full texting keyboard that you just opened by like spinning the thing around. Basically the Juke, but practical. Like that was so cool. And then yeah, like and then just completely obsolete. Yeah, everyone suddenly just has like slates of glass, and yeah, everything just started converging into the point where kind of like we're at now, or a little bit before now, where it's like every phone that comes out, what's new? The screen's a little bit bigger, the bezels are a little bit smaller, the camera is now as good as like TV camera, like, you know, actual like production film cameras from like the 90s and stuff. Like, cool. Why? Like, what needs to be different? Don't get me wrong, I like having bigger screens. Like, this is a large phone, and I can just fully like grab around this thing. I could use a bigger screen on my phone, but like why better cameras? Like, that's the only thing that like continues to get better. And like, why is this the thing that keeps improving? And honestly, the only reason I can think with that, this is a different tangent I'm going off of, and I think atop of another tangent, but whatever. It's my stream, I can do what I want. I think the only reason cameras are the thing that continuously get improved is one, like I guess two reasons. One, it is the easiest thing to show the general population, this is better than last time, right? Like, it's one of the few things you can just go, see this is objectively better than the last one. You know, look at the pictures, it's better, it's higher resolution, the colors are better, and it's like, okay. And then also, the other one, I think this is a bigger driver than anything, the people who review phones are videographers. At the end of the day, YouTube tech reviewers end up being the people who I've noticed care the most about their camera equipment. MKBHD, I think like anyone from tech, Techno Buffalo, Austin Evans, LTT to an extent. They don't do phones necessarily all the time, but they do, you know, when they do review phones, they do a lot of camera stuff. But MKBHD is generally the person I look at with that stuff, and he, for sure, I don't know how he compares to some other tech guys. So I don't have a need to follow like every single tech guy. If you're all going to review the same thing, I'll watch one, unless I intend to buy it. And there's tons of stuff about the cameras, and it's like, why though? Why? Like, from my perspective, I want to know how well it runs stuff. How fast does it load? How fast, you know, yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, that's my thing, right? Only thing phone companies care about now. Ooh, let's make the camera more high quality. And again, I think it's because all this opinion generally funnels through these tech reviewers. So, if they like cameras, improve the camera, and they'll think the phone, and they'll say the phone's better because to them it's better. And that's the biggest thing you can prove for them. You know, like a lot of them can rattle like the parts of their video. Like if you watch like an MKBHD video, and I'm just saying his name because he's the one I watch a lot of. So I'm not gonna like, you know, make assumptions about other reviewers, but like when he does stuff, he just he rattles through the specs, and then we'll spend more time on the camera than the specs because most people's eyes will glaze over seeing the numbers listed as specs. They don't really care. Does the phone run well? Yes, and then that's it. So like the one thing that is cared about there is the camera. So like I get it. I do get that. I use the camera on my phone largely to like, if I get like a check in the mail, I need to mobile deposit. If I can do that, my camera's good enough. I don't need super high quality out of my camera. If I want really good pictures, I have a camera right here. I never really want really good pictures though. Right? Like, for me, it doesn't matter. I just want a big screen that I can use for like computer stuff, just mobile computer stuff. Which realistically is why I got a tablet. Yeah, so the iPhone 13 Pro Max, not saying it was worth it, but he feels like you shouldn't have gotten it. Ah, dang. I don't know why. I kind of forgot that the iPhone 13 came out. I don't know. Like there hasn't been a super big controversy around it, so I haven't had anyone really talk about it in my circles. Exhibit A, that one super weird iPhone with like 4 external cameras. But that's the thing. It's not just iPhones. Like, I'm not a super big fan of iPhones, but it's not just iPhones. Samsungs do it. A bunch of the other, any Android phone outside of the Pixel, any Android phone that like any high-end smartphone outside of Pixel, because Google resists that kind of change for some reason. Any high-end smartphone outside of the Pixel line has had multiple cameras for years. The Pixels finally, I think with the 4 started introducing multiple cameras. Or like the 5, I forget when they exactly did it, but even then they're like still lower. Like Samsungs have like 4 cameras, and one of them is like a motorized periscope camera. Like, why? Why do I need a motorized extra zoomy camera? I don't. I don't. I need to be able to like pull my phone out, take a picture, and it not take so long to choose the right camera that I miss whatever I'm like quickly trying to just like grab a picture of, like, oh, look, silly thing, you know, riding shotgun in a car and trying to grab a picture of a funny billboard, right? Like, that's what a phone camera is for, in my opinion. I'm not the person reviewing like phones though, so. But yeah, X would be TikTokers of this generation. One of them camera angles, and I mean, see that honestly, as someone who doesn't use TikTok, I'll come out and say this so it doesn't feel like I'm like biased towards TikTok in any kind of way. I don't use TikTok. I will say I don't really want to use TikTok. I have no desire. The same kind of thing. I never really like did Snapchat or any stuff like that. Just in general, like social media, ironic for someone who's literally sitting in front of a camera and does so multiple times a week for hours. I don't care to share all of my life on like a social media page and stuff. Filming videos like that, like constantly, not my thing. It's just something I never like got interested in, and if anything, gave me anxiety doing more than anything. So I just never did it. But like, I will say, for the people who do like TikTok and stuff, like it's so catered around filming the video on your phone, it makes sense to want a higher end camera then. And I think that's fair. I think it's fine for phones to be out there with super high-end cameras. My frustration comes from, I want the good internal specs. I want the RAM and the processor and the storage, but I don't want to pay for the camera. Like, if they made some version of that flagship phone with a super basic camera that like removed the camera bump, gave more space back for more battery or more just internals of any other kind, and then they also had like their pro camera SKU, that's fine with me. I won't judge anyone who buys one with a good camera. If you have a use for it, you have a use for it. I don't want to pay like the $200 premium on the phone, because like, if the phone's like one price for like one model down, and then like the next model up's $400 more, and 100 of that's a bigger screen, 100 of that's better specs, and 200 is a better camera, I don't want the other 200 in the camera, right? Like that was my thing last year. I was looking at phones potentially, and I was looking at like the Note 20s and stuff, and I'm like, I have no need for like 90% of what makes this phone better than the last one. I have no need for it. Luckily, your phone has one camera. Reviewers are what most tech companies pay attention to. It comes down to that, because they're the largest group of voices. It makes sense. It makes total sense. I'm not bashing them in any way. It's just like, those are the ones who get the views. There are definitely phone reviewers out there who review them for specs and review them for performance and review them for like degradation or anything like that. Like the things I would care about. But like they're the minority, or like they don't do YouTube, so like they do like, written reviews and stuff. Hey, Timmy Turtle, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Subscribe, thank you, man. Well, good specs, the Pixel is the way to go. New one comes out in like a week or so. Cheaper, better than the latest iPhone. I mean, Pixel 2. Pixel 2 XL. I was due to kind of consider getting a new phone last year, and I was very disappointed that the Pixel 5 did not have a 5 XL. I am a bigger guy. I am 6'6" and have proportionately sized to being 6'6" hands. So like, tiny phones are tiny. I'm pretty sure like if I went and got like my old iPhone 4 from wherever it is now, whatever moving box it's in like my parents' storage unit, like I could like just like completely enclose my hand around the whole thing and hide the entire phone. So like, I didn't want the Pixel 5 because it was tiny. They could have had the exact same specs in a phone just with a bigger screen. I would have been happy with it. But nope. So yeah, I've been waiting for the 6. We'll see what again, I have a phone that functions and it does what I need it to do, so I have no need to like upgrade right now. Eventually I'll need to, because like the Pixel 2 is getting end of lifed very soon. It really already has, it's just we haven't hit the point where Android 11's end of lifed, which is the point where my phone's done. Security patches are done and all that stuff's over, so at that point I'll need a new one. But yeah, that's just, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm going to wait for like people to really talk about the 6 before I consider it. Renee says the Google Pixel is the most technological phone that you can get. There's a whole rant explaining how and why. I mean, as someone who likes the Pixels and has had, my last 2 phones have been Pixels, he's not right. Google has, in general, failed to hit the mark of being the top tier phone. With really the one true strength they have is that they make Android. They are the ones to put stock Android on their phone to the truest extent of stock they can. And everything integrates really well because of that. That's what they've got. If you look at, it's hard to compare to an iPhone because those use their own Apple chips and everything. Like they use their own Apple chips and stuff, so like you can't directly compare them. But if you were to compare it to like the newest Samsung, I don't know. I haven't seen the new Pixel specs, but generally the Pixels lag behind a little bit for other phones at the price point. I'm saying this as someone who prefers to buy Pixels over other phones. Gonna head out. Alright, see you later, Crystal Pokeball. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Best of luck on your Duskull hunt. Wish you luck. Hopefully you don't hit 1900 like you. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I don't. Yeah, so I know the Pixel 6, like... I know the Pixel 6 is coming out soon. I don't know if it's coming out... Is it coming out next week, or is it just getting its announcement next week? Because, I don't know. Google's been a little annoying about this one. I've seen so many announcements of announcements from them over the past, like, few months. Like, they're like, oh, we're going to get ahead of the leaks. Here's all the info about the phone. Haha, quirky. And then like, oh, big news coming, like, you know, end of this month. You get to the end of the month and it's like, we're going to have an announcement at the end of next month. You get to the end of that next month and it's like, hey, here's now the actual information about it. And it's like, why did we go through so many layers of this? Just tell us. Just tell us the date it's coming out. But, you know, they've got to continue the hype train. They've got to keep everyone hyped and, you know, all that. That's just how it goes. So that's why I kind of stopped paying attention to any dates on stuff with the Google things. So it's like, all right, this date doesn't mean anything to me until you say it's the date the phone comes out. But yeah, for the past year, I've been waiting for this phone just because like they didn't do this phone last year. The 4XL was kind of iffy. It was very unfortunate for Google that they chose to go to facial recognition in 2019. Like, it was just a very unfortunate timing on their part that the phone they released in late 2019 did not have fingerprint scanners anymore and had a face unlock. It was already being iffy by the end of 2019, and 2020 made that much, much worse and more awkward for users. So that's why I'm very happy that they're going back to they're just going back to a fingerprint sensor. So my dad has a 4, and I feel like he only talks about it ever causing him issues. Is way less convenient. So that's why I've just kind of happily stuck with my 2 as long as I have. Oh yeah, since I won't see any of you guys this weekend, I won't see you guys before the weekend, probably really not until Monday. Does anyone have anything exciting planned for the weekend? Anything cool going on? Or just chilling out? So I know for me, I've got a few things I'm planning on doing on Saturday. And Sunday I might be doing some more racing, which will be fun. Sadly, no, just gonna stay home and do nothing. Hey, that can be a good weekend, though. I like those weekends. You can only go and go and go and go for so long. There's got to be a point where you just kind of be like, all right, enough's enough, and then you just chill out for a bit. Inktober, there you go, Juan. There you go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to mess with the lighting on stream and with the camera settings. I feel like I've noticed the camera float in and out of different white balances for the better part of the last hour. Some of it caused by me hitting buttons to do it, but other times it was just kind of happened. We're getting close to 1,000 encounters, guys. Nothing really? Gotcha. Yeah, I've got some stuff going on Saturday. I've got like a family thing tomorrow, so that's why there won't be a stream tomorrow night. Then yeah, Saturday, going and doing some stuff with my dad. Probably gonna do yard work just so I'm free more on Sunday for karting. And then yeah, Sunday I'll be going up to some of the to the racetrack I went to last weekend, which is a blast. Meeting up with my buddy again. And yeah, that should be a fun time. That should be a fun time. Probably gonna work on your office stream room. Ah. Yeah, I've got stuff in here I'm still doing. Just off camera is a pile of stuff that I have to find use for, or find room for, or put in a closet, or boxes to break down and put in the recycling bin, whatever. Yeah, there's a whole mess of things, and I got stuff I want to hang up. And yeah, I bought some new bookshelves so I can put like games and stuff on that. That's what I had. Some bookshelves before, the ones that like in the back of the stream. Those did not survive the move. I'm not surprised they didn't. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that they didn't survive. They were very much so lost, and they were very much old and cheap. I think like I mentioned earlier, they're just those super cheap bookshelves. That were held together with a piece of cardboard on the back. And, like, they weren't gonna survive like the fourth time moving. So I just ended up getting new ones, and I think a lot of the boxes I haven't unpacked yet are like books and games and stuff. Nearly at 500 hordes now. Dang, Timmy, that's a lot of hordes right there. Hope you get that shiny soon. Are you going for any specific shiny, or are you just going for whatever shines first? We'll like this one. What's the theme of this one, Juan? I want to know what the theme of this drawing is. And also, thank you to everyone who's up to liking the stream. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Tick. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's gonna be Magnemite or Voltorb. Ah, gotcha. So a new Mauville doing it then? Man, I really need to get my some more of my 3DS chargers set up so I can feel like I'm capable of making progress on my ORAS and XY decks. Hey, what's going on? Can't think of a username. How you doing today? Hope your week's been going well. You're eating chocolate cake right now. Ooh, that sounds good. There have been talks of ice cream, and now there's talk of chocolate cake. I want both. Even though I've already had plenty of junk food for the day. Chocolate ice cream cake? There you go. There you go. Ice cream cake? Only during October. It's only okay during October. Otherwise, it's just out of season and tacky. Just no. You mean you don't want like an ice cream cake that as you cut into it just like screams bloody murder? Dang. Not obvious enough to know. Oh man, not a fan of that? Dang. Just wait for me to hit 2K. No. Is this all because of my concept for ice cream cake? 3K? Every time I mention it, it gets higher. Caught in 4K. No. That'd be too hard to stream. I think I'm still set to stream in 720. I need to change that at least. I think I can definitely handle higher than 720, but... Send ADP for you. Oh, hey, did I change that? Nice. Good, good. I think we talked about that at one point. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't realize I was doing it that way. But, all right, cool. Good, good. Still said you missed the shiny rowlet yesterday on Binky's stream. Oh, Binky got the rowlet. Nice. Sorry you missed it. I missed it too, but that's awesome. I'm glad you got it. Oh, you said you would be there for it. You'll just be there for the next one. And Rowlet, your favorite. Rowlet's so good. Rowlet's so good. It's the best. The best, hands down. I'm glad you got the shiny for it. That's the shiny that convinced me to start shiny hunting. And here we are, like 5 years later from that. Crazy times. Crab time, guys. Yee! It is crab rave time. You guys know what to do in chat. I want to see the crab rave, guys. Let's get it going. That's a funny looking crab there. Totally didn't misclick on dinosaur. He just wanted to join the party. And here we go, guys. 3 more encounters and we'll be at 1,000. No one can know. It must be a stream secret. Ah, dang it. Ran too close to the gullet. It isn't your time to shine. I mean, if it decided to shine, I'd be okay with it. And there we go. 1,000 Duskulls. Yet none of them are shiny. The odds really do be unfortunate in Sword and Shield for KO method. Not the greatest of boosts. Most other methods, this would be ridiculous, but this is a method hunt, and it is still over 1,000. So yeah, that's odds. That's odds. That's about expected. Why would you put your hand in a salad? Why would you put your hand in a salad? It's not finger food. It's a salad. What the heck? I hope she didn't. Because what? Because I have questions. Mainly, why'd you put your hand in a salad? There's no point. There's no reason to do that. There's no good reason for that. That's just a waste of salad. She didn't do it to the marshmallows. Where are you that has both salad and marshmallows? Like, simultaneously. I don't think those two mix. Unless I'm just, like, unaware of something. Like marshmallow salads. I'm not aware of those. You would have cried. The salad's one thing, but you draw the line at marshmallows. Home. You know what? Fair. Very fair. This is very fair. Egan's a dummy. I am. I really am. Got called a dummy. I mean, Juan speaks the truth here. Like, I won't argue with it because there's no arguing with it. It's just right. I have no rebuttal. I was about to say, dang, you just got coconut mauled, but didn't. And I guess I didn't get coconut mauled, though. There's no coconut maul here. I have to trick me into watching coconut maul. For me to be coconut mauled. That has not been done. Your friend made a. They would rickroll you and coconut maul you. Made a what? I'm slightly confused. Feel like this song would fit a Pokemon run? It would. It would, wouldn't it? I agree, One. I agree. Bunsen route. Speaking of Bunsen, how's Puffin been doing? I haven't really gotten I haven't gotten a chance to tune into his streams in a while. I made a note that wouldn't rickroll you and coconut maul you. I see. Yeah, I haven't been able to tune into Puffin streams for a bit just because I've been busy with stuff, and I feel like the time that like I'm not busy with non-streaming kind of things is when I'm streaming. All right. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about that. Welcome back, gamers. Hope you're doing well. Sorry for you joining in the middle of a weird little outage. But we're back. We should be good now. By the time you get there, it's over. Yeah. Yeah, I think just unfortunately the timing doesn't quite line up at the moment. For me. Just given I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I'd like to tune into some more of his stuff. Gotta turn your switch and get the Spiritomb. Go for it, dude. Get that Spiritomb. Got a shiny strawberry, nice. Woo? What's woo? What's woo, Vanillix? Forgot the SH at the end? Where would an SH go? What? Oh, on Vanillix's whoosh. I see. That took me a second. I really do be a dummy. Pokemon Sword and Shield are going to be the first games where you never got a shiny during its release span life. Oh yeah, because once BDSP comes out and these aren't the newest. Yeah, definitely, since I started shiny hunting, these games are the ones I've found the fewest shinies in. It's just honestly, unfortunately, been such a less than ideal shiny hunting method. Didn't even try and Sword and Shield. Don't like the method. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, it's just whatever is possibly messed up with the odds and all that kind of stuff. Just yeah, it's not super duper exciting. It's not horrible or anything. Like by no means is it terrible, but it could be better. It could be better, right? The Sword and Shield odds feel like they're worse than other games. Don't know why. Because they are. For method hunting, they just are. The fact that it's like a 3% chance of getting the actual boost means that, like, most of the time you're hunting full odds, right? Like, it's a 3% chance of getting the boosted odds. That's not what it should be. It should be, like, very good chance. You should always have the boosted odds. If not always, very close to always. Ash, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? I just don't like it. It's not bad. It definitely feels like there's some things that are just not right with it, but it's not horrible or anything, right? Like, but yeah, it's just. I don't think it's like I don't think it's just like people being negative about the games for stuff from launch. I think it's just in general the method's not super engaging. especially not in comparison to SOS or DexNav or Horde hunting or anything like that. Do you do the 500 KOs for Duskull? I did, yes, I did. Convinced running to the gate and back is your PE. Like, what, running to a gate at like school? Gonna hatch a box and 6 eggs. Do it, gamers. You may have realized you're over double odds. Am I? I thought the way odds worked in this game is like most of the time it's full odds. So in my case, 1 in 1,300, with like a 3% chance of the odds boosting down to like 512. I think you're only at odds. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I'm checking now. Okay, so shiny hunting. Okay, now I need to know the odds, not the... Okay, so... Yeah, the more species you've captured... More you've captured, or battled, okay. Higher chance of getting a shiny, chances of finding a brilliant aura are higher, and that's where the odds are boosted. It's very weird, it's very weird. Odds with charm even to 1 in 1,000, okay. Could have gotten 2 Friends Safari shinies within 1024. Yeah, I mean, I could have gotten 2 shiny encounters within 2 encounters in this. I haven't done a KO method hunt in a while, and I figured I'd mix it up and try one. So yeah, it's like I'm at odds for the method. I wouldn't really necessarily consider. Well, I mean, according to Cerebi, the shiny hunting odds are 1 in 512. I don't know. I don't know. These odds are very confusing and just feel very weird. There's a lot of math that goes into finding that out, but about 1 in 1,000. Okay. Next year you're gonna hunt for Spiritomb in Friend Safari. Getting 2 shiny Pokemon through the Masuda method with Shiny Charm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely like other methods that are faster. I mean, this many encounters is like about 4 SOS shinies. Like, that's just how it goes, right? It depends on the method. I mean, it's the same. You can say the same to anyone who hunts full odds, like, you know, full odds soft resets and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you could have found like, you know, 16 shinies in this time. It's like, yeah, I could have, but I don't want to do that, you know. It's fun to mix it up every once in a while and do like a bit more difficult of an odds hunt. Yeah, according to Cerebi, the odds theoretically right now are 1 in 512. I don't know if I believe that fully. Granted, like us being like over 1,000 right now, we weren't always at that. Those first like 500 encounters weren't quite full odds. Friends Farm Masuda method with Shiny Charm and 500 KOs with Shiny Charm all have 1 in 512 odds. Yeah, I just know it's been talked about before that like the odds in Sword and Shield just feel off for some reason. Like they don't feel right. Done with today's drawing. Ooh, I can't wait to see it, Juan. Still can't believe you haven't watched your streams in like a week. To be fair, I think I've only streamed like twice this week, so it's understandable. And yeah, since there's more people here now, hopefully you guys saw my announcement on either Discord or on the community post on the community page yesterday. We do have a bit more locked in of a stream schedule. basically, the idea will be the streams will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Unfortunately, I made that announcement yesterday and then learned that I won't be able to stream tomorrow. But next week, starting next week, all the streams, basically every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern, I will be streaming. So basically the time that I've been streaming today, we will be streaming. Barring any kind of emergencies, like where I'm just like sick and can't do it, or I have something I absolutely have to like leave and go do. Outside of that, we will be hunting. So yeah, definitely make sure to like mark your calendars for all that. But yeah, that'll be the plan. John the Pikachu, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Didn't even know I was streaming. Hit that bell. Hopefully the bell works. Sometimes the bell just doesn't work, but it can be helpful. Aside from that, Discord's the best way to know for sure if I'm streaming or not, because I will ping the entire server as far as people who haven't muted my pings. I will ping the entire server and be like, hey, I'm streaming. Come watch. A couple months ago, you watched a stream, which don't want to mention the name. They went like 9 times over odds for a Shiny Galarian Zigzagoon. They have a Shiny Charm and 500 KOs on the Mon. Yeah, sometimes you just get super unlucky. I mean, that's what happened with me and Regice, right? Like, I went like 7 or 8 times over odds on Regice. On Mondays, you won't be able to appear because you have karate and they move sparring from Friday to Monday, so that's about an hour. I see. That's all good. That's all good. I totally understand that kind of thing. I mean, I've got things I do on Wednesdays that, you know, make it where I can't stream. I totally get people having stuff. I'm just happy when you guys can show up. You have leadership, normal class, and then sparring. That's a lot of stuff going on. Drawing us up now. The pen is so low. I'm about to need a new pen, man. Let's see. How low is this pen? Ooh, I do like that drawing. And yeah, that pen's getting low, man. I feel like... Is this actually what's happening, Juan? Is the pen, like, basically leaving a little mark? I was like, is the ink leaving a mark at the level it was at between drawings, basically? Because that's really cool. If that's what's happening, that's really cool. Or just, like, you're using it in such, like, fast bursts that, like, you use the ink before it can pull any of it down, and then it all settles. And then you start using it again the next day. 9,500 soft resets for shiny Regice when odds are 1 in 1365. You could have found a shiny Regice in Pokemon Emerald in those encounters. Exactly, yeah. But I mean, that's the thing, right? Where you can't just say... That's like the thing with the odds, though. That's why you can't necessarily just say, like... You will find X number of shinies and X number and Y number of encounters. It just doesn't work like that. Sometimes you get incredibly lucky. We found a Cresselia and a Cobalion 21 encounters apart. Like, with those same odds. Like, we had a Cobalion in 21 encounters with the same odds as the Regice hunt, right? Like, that's where, like, probabilities like that only really start to, like, actually show, like, properly over time. And over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, like, iterations. Like, basically it'd take hundreds of shiny hunts to actually confirm the odds, like, mathematically and, like, or not mathematically, but without knowing, it's hard to talk right now, I don't know why. Yeah, without knowing the odds or how it works, it would take hundreds of hunts to be able to have any level of confidence on, like, knowing what the chances are of a shiny showing up. No shiny day, see you later. I see you later, gamers. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Best of luck with your Spiritomb hunt. Hope you find it soon. One time you got a shiny Zubat on the 4th SOS encounter. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've had stuff like that happen too, or like you know, the shinies that show up during SO or like catch combos in Let's Go. Like you haven't even built the whole combo up, and you find the shiny. I've had that kind of stuff. Whenever you stop, it has a bullish level, and when you use it again, the bull stays. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's actually really kind of neat. That like the pen basically has like, this is how much ink you used on each day. That's super cool. That's how it worked out. Made a balloon stick to a blanket instead of hair. Well, that's cool. Yeah, still all the static electricity in it. That's awesome. Super nifty that you can make that happen. Whenever you grind your Pokemon to level 100, you fainted multiple shiny Chansey and Blissey after you got them for the shiny living decks. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, like if you're just grinding those SOS calls for Chansey. Oh yeah, I totally get that. I could never bring myself to do it. I commend anyone who can. Excuse me. I just like... I cannot bring myself to KO a shiny. Put a picture of a close-up of the pen. Oh yeah, that actually be kind of cool to see. Okay, so it's not like a ring all the way around. It's just like it's tilted at an angle, and that's what's doing it. Gotcha. That's really cool. That's really cool that that happens. And I guess it's just because like you're holding the pen at an angle, so it drains at an angle. Too painful to watch a shiny die, right? And I don't know why. I just feel like I have to catch it. It's like I must catch that. I don't know why. I already have it. I groan that it shows up. I don't want it, but it's like I must. When you're hunting Salandit, you had to faint 4 male shinies until a female shiny appeared. Yeah, I found, you know, the first shiny Salandit I found was male, and I immediately after decided, all right, I'm doing Cute Charm, because I did not want to have to like reconfigure that. I didn't want to have to reset that up. Hey, Art, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hope all is well. Yeah, Juan. Their dad's name's actually Juan Manuel Garcia Cookie. It's just a very funny coincidence. Doing good, awesome, good to hear, man. Good to hear. Not the Garcia part. I see. Juan Manuel Cookie. Getting used to the feigning shiny on purpose after you get him for the shiny living decks. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. There's not a super large reason to catch them unless like you just really, really want to have that many shinies for like your collection. Juan, I'm expecting a ton of dad jokes in chat now. That's now your responsibility here. Having one species of that shiny is enough. Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, just having one of them totally is enough. Child's in Genshin. Is that a Genshin reference? I haven't played Genshin outside of like 5 minutes trying it and not deciding it wasn't for me. I did see a story the other day of someone who like who's like desperately trying to get that character that's like called Child, and just like apparently like screaming loud enough their neighbors were concerned about whatever they were saying about their child. And like got the police called on them or something. Start takes an hour. Yeah, I played through like choosing which character I was and then like dropped into the tutorial and went, eh. Largely because it was a gacha, I was kind of like, I don't want to get involved in this. Nothing inherently wrong with gacha, nothing inherently wrong with that, and like, or anything. It's just I didn't want to like get into another gacha game. I've already done my time with gacha games. I don't need them to be even more advanced at taking money now. Ah, come on. Bring gems, doesn't need money. They don't need money, but the game's designed around the concept of trying to make you spend money. Just find chests and explore new places. And I get it. I totally get it. Like, you can play the games for free. I played plenty of gacha games for free back in college. I don't know. It's just, for me, it's like, I felt like, I have other games I can play that I've, like, don't have to pay money to keep, like, playing more of. And I get it. I totally understand. You can play it without spending money. But the idea is, you can do better if you do. But the shiny before triple odds, yeah, 1536. If only I had control over that, Ash. If only I had control over it. Like, just say, like, boom, next one's gonna be shiny. Emergency food. I guess so if you spell pie like P-I-E instead of P-A-I. After the 500th KO, you have the exact same chances of getting a shiny Pokemon through Masuda method regardless if you have the shiny charm or not. Do you? Oh, wait, yeah. Like, the odds are the same as Masuda method either way. Yeah. Yeah. It's just boring. As far as gacha games go, it seems interesting. Like, it's like the first time I've really seen a gacha game be that fleshed out, but yeah, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. Just turn Paimon into Paimon. Perfect. Perfect solution right there. And then you get pie. Hecky. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had a weird sanity check I felt like I needed to do, had nothing to do with stream. It's boring no matter who you are sooner or later, but it's really beautiful locations. Yeah, I feel like the problem with a game like Genshin is the whole idea is like they don't want people to finish, right? Like you don't want the game to be done. I think that's kind of the case with a lot of like games and services. Is like there's the idea is not to be done, but it's like I feel like a good goal for a game to have is like not be boring before the player finishes the content, or like at least finishes the main game. I don't know how Genshin handles that, if there's like a main plot that like is completable, or if it's just like drip fed through events over time, or what the case is, but I feel like gacha games in general try to keep you around as long as they can, and they'd rather you burn out at the only time you want to burn out than like run out of game to play. Is your humor broken? I don't know. Masuda method, yeah. Yeah, because it lowers the odds the same amount, and then the charm adds the same amount into it still. I'm not sure I follow it either. You only log in to Genshin to just see the location. I didn't even grind anymore. Oh yeah, I mean totally do what you like doing. It just didn't seem like a game for me after trying it. I tried it because like so many people I had talked to, were talking about it. I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I started it and then just kind of went and gave up. Yeah, the room was so confused. Well, see, you're not alone then. I don't know what the joke is here either. Ah, dang it. Pokemon is your one and only. It's definitely the game I put the most time into, especially on console. PC-wise, there's a bunch of other games I play, but yeah, on console, definitely focus heavily on just like on Pokemon. Just missed 3 other messages about it. The put the like 1 trillion or whatever, then the dash in front of it, and then your friend was so confused. Yeah, I saw those. Like I said, I still don't know what's going on. No, shouldn't mention other people's channels. Ramon Jubilee got the Shiny Celebi Pokemon Crystal on the 30th encounter. I mean, I have no issue with people mentioning other channels here. I know generally it's like just, it is kind of chat etiquette to leave it up to the streamer to bring up other streamers if they want to. I generally don't have issues with people like mentioning other streamers by name, especially like Jubilee isn't included in this, but like especially streamers like that we know. I think that's kind of just accepted, like Puffin or Binky or Shining Blue or any of those guys, right? Like that's just casual conversation about like mutual kind of like people that we know, right? But in general, I don't have issue with people mentioning streamers of any kind here, as long as it's not like, did you see what this person did? They're so stupid, and like genuinely trying to be like negative. I don't mind. Like, yeah, like, oh, remember when so and so got like a crazy shiny? That's totally fine with me. Yeah, I have no issue with that. Burst out laughing when she put the dash. Yeah, I have no clue what that is. I have no clue. Oh, just put the negative in front of it? I don't know. And I kind of get it. Like, you put the numbers like, no. But still don't want to promote other people's content. See, nah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's a whole different thing. But if it's like just genuinely a conversation, like, remember that thing that happened, that's fine. I don't care. Or, you know, oh, so and so got that or whatever. As long as it's not like, hey, go check out so and so. Like, that's different. That's different. But yeah, no, just mention them. That's totally fine with me. That's totally fine. Other streamers might be different, but I don't mind it. I'm not super picky about what goes in chat as long as it like is PG and like not super like mean or anything. Especially in a case like this where I don't think they stream. They at least don't stream on YouTube anymore, as far as I'm aware. Other than that, let's hope we get the shiny before 1536. I hope so. I really hope so. Barlosify. I mean, yeah. I don't mind if you mention them. Obviously, they're a creator that is much more likely to spark the kind of conversation I don't want to have. But I don't want in chat. But just mentioning their name isn't inherently a problem to me. Because yeah, I know there's a lot of like big streamers, big groups of streamers where it's kind of it's a rule in their chat not to mention other streamers in chat unless, you know, the like active current streamer is talking about it. But so username, what did you just put a comment on username? I'm having to check because some of you probably noticed stream stuff is really weird. Okay, it was just on a community base. YouTube removed it, unless you removed it. Yeah, like what was I saying? Yes, like there's some streamers who have rules where it's like unless that streamer is talking about another person, you don't mention anyone. At least outside of like their circle. That's one thing. That's like totally on the streamer. I don't have that rule. I think there's some other streamers who just don't like being talked about outside their stream, and that, again, is their rule of respect. Do you have any mods? Just one. I'm assuming wondering. Yeah, Nightbot. I do have mods. Most of them don't show up. Most of them are mods from way back in the day when we had like 90 concurrent viewers on the chat and stuff, and like I actually needed someone here kind of like watching everything because I couldn't see everything. Nowadays we do have a few mods. There's like 3 or 4 who are mods on the channel, but 2 of them are like literally on the other side of the globe and are no longer available usually during this time. I think one's military service and the other one, well, the one's a teacher, and they're at work at the moment. So it doesn't really work out with them. A couple of the other ones are just busy with other things and will pop in occasionally, but chat's mellow enough that I can usually handle it outside of like, the only time I can't quite follow chat is like during a raid or something, and we haven't ever had issues with that. If we do have issues, I have like immediate contacts with everyone who's a YouTube mod, and I can be like, hey, if you are free, please join chat and help fix this. But that's about it. Yeah, so like Mel's a mod. Mel's the mod that would show up the most, but time zone wise, it doesn't work out right now. Imagine all the shinies you missed from the overworld Pokemon besides Duskull's just waiting for you to go up and see, but you avoided them. Yeah, well, they should have been Duskulls. So yeah, I do have mods. This haven't been necessary since like 2017. Nothing against them. I haven't had the level of chat that I haven't been able to monitor myself. if chat did blow up, I would absolutely be adding more mods that like I know are active and stuff, but I don't necessarily foresee that happening for a bit. Obviously, it could just randomly happen, but also, I'm very confused by this. Every once in a while, I hear like a small like click, and I'm really hoping it's not the TV. I don't think it is, but it'd be very unfortunate if like this like click was like or creaking was like the TV slowly. Like, you missed the wrench buddies. Should convince him to come back, Juan. Figure out how to get in contact with him, bring him back. Kind of want to skip your brother's wedding. Why is that? It's like an important thing to go to. Same. You don't want to go to Splash's brother's wedding either, Juan? Come on. What's wrong with you guys? Wanting out with your friends? I get that. The wedding's a special thing, though. It's worth going to. That's one of those things that, you know, I totally get it. In the moment, you're like, oh, I wish you could do something else, but like, it's worth doing. It's worth going to it. Hey, Demon Izuku, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What's up? Not much here. Just hunting for shiny Duskull, hoping that we can find something soon. So at this point, we've passed odds on it. So would like to actually be able to get the shiny. There's a coin flip. The relationship will last. That's kind of grim. That's a grim way to look at it. Subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe he'll give luck. Maybe. Or he'll take it all. Who knows? Love to sub any live YouTubers. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Love the Rocket League music you be playing. Yeah, Monster Cat's great music for streaming. They're really cheap as far as like being able to buy a license to like be able to play it on stream without any kind of copyright strikes. But yeah, so much of it. People like Rocket League music. Heck yeah, just because Rocket League and Monster Cat have such a good partnership. Missed the shiny Gallet there. Again, it should have been a Duskull. Don't I have to change it now? Do I have to change what? Change what username? New to something? So that's not something I manually change. That's handled by Streamlabs, and most of the time, the sub will come across. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's because Streamlabs is just acting up and it's down, which stinks. Other times it's just because if like a YouTube user's subscriptions are kept private, which is like a setting you can choose, it won't show up. Like it won't be something that Streamlabs can register as a new sub. So yeah, I never manually change that. That's handled through like if your subs are public. Then Streamlabs sees when my list of subs changes, and it sees who the new person is, and they add the new person. And then that gets like sent back to my computer and loads in. But yeah, if subs are private, it doesn't update. How much is a license? Monster Cat Music is like a $5 a month license. It's really cheap for music stuff. If you played any music you remember from Rocket League, you would say that. Hey man, yeah, totally. Rocket League music is iconic. Does that mean you have to unsub and sub again? I don't know if that works. I don't know the inner workings of it, so I apologize that it didn't update and it doesn't show it there. Yeah, so I don't know if you if you go in and like change your subs to public, and then like maybe it'll just automatically show. I don't know. I don't know what the system there is on like the back end behind the curtain. All the emotes won. We got a pog in there. Yeah, so I mean, it's possible. It's possible that like just setting subs to public like would make it happen, or if like unsubbing, setting to public, resubbing. I don't know if that works, or because I know they have some mechanism in place that prevents you from just like spamming sub unsub. I know that's in place so that like someone couldn't just sit here and like constantly resub over and over again. PogChamp. Yee, we got our own little PogChamp emote from back when my hair was incredibly long. Tomorrow's helmet. Oh, is that the Inktober theme for tomorrow? Sorry, Machamp. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need a PogChamp emote that's a Machamp. I think that would be perfect. How has this not been thought of? That would be the perfect emote. That would be the perfect Pokemon stream emote. Would be a PogChamp faced Machamp. That would be amazing. Genuinely a top tier emote right there. I would be tempted to replace my current PogChamp emote with that. Needs to be made. I genuinely think that needs to be made. I have no artistic talent, so I can't do it. But I can say that someone else who has the talent should. No. Darn, Juan, the one person here. No replace. Okay. So that's you're not against the idea of the PogChamp Machamp emote. It's just they can't replace. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we'd have two Pog emotes. We'd at least have it on Discord. We'd at least have it on Discord if we made it. Unless this is already out there. Then like it'll be sad that we didn't come up with it like as the first people to come up with it. I haven't even looked at the names of everyone else's chat name. Don't let me draw. It's busy drawing in the moment. Yeah, that's fair. You definitely have a lot on your plate as far as drawing one. Definitely busy. I get that. Can't think of a username. Definitely not that. It's definitely not the username. It's broken totally, yeah. Yeah, it's totally YouTube's fault. They set the name. They called you out on that for some reason. Sounds like you're lying. A little sus. A little bit of sus being thrown in chat. Like the broken user. You like the broken username? Not Liebig. Not Liebig. Are you lying, though? You might not be Liebig, but are you lying? Getting chat a little riled up. Let me get away. Okay, good. You know, honestly, I don't know if you were making fun of Izuku for typing lying wrong twice, or if you just genuinely also messed up spelling lying. I don't know. Username, your track record on spelling has not been fantastic. So genuinely could have been the case that you just also mistyped it. That would be hilarious. Oh no, it's confusing? Sure. Autocorrect even messing up autocorrect. It's the chat just full of typos. You are thin long? What is thin long? Meant versus, but autocorrect to be. Yup. Just like how? It happens, right? It happens. It can be really frustrating. For sure. I've had plenty of times where autocorrects just refuse to believe what I've been typing is correct. Mistyped something so many times it went on to autocorrect. Okay, I've done my least favorite thing. Or like the most annoying thing when typing stuff, as far as like autocorrect goes, and like word suggestion and stuff. I'll be typing something, and have you guys ever had this? Like you're typing, and like like the predictive keyboards have like the words at the top. I'll be typing, and I'll like get 2 letters in, and I'll see the word I'm trying to type in like the first slot. If I were to just hit space right now, it would put that word in. But I'm just gonna click it, click that word, get the automatic space in, do all that stuff. But I notice it as I'm clicking the 3rd letter. And as soon as I click the 3rd letter, it becomes a word. And I click the word. And it's the different word. So I have that happen a lot. The biggest one is actually with, I have a friend named Devin. Like D-E-V, D-E-V-I-N, right? Like Devin. And I run into so many issues where I'm typing his name. I type D-E, and it's like, oh, you mean to type Devin? And I go, yeah. My thumb's already moving for the V, but my other thumb's ready to hit that, hit the suggestion as soon as it ends. I hit the V, it becomes dev, which is short for developer, and I type that a lot. So there's a word on my keyboard that goes, oh, you're trying to type dev, and Devin is no longer on the search bar as I am clicking. So annoying too. Okay, good. I'm not alone there. It's weird you get your money at the ATM and then you think to yourself, what does ATM stand for? When you stand at the ATM, you get your money at the moment. I don't quite think that's what it means, but it works. Hey, Shy, what's going on? Words auto-capitalization is nifty until you type Martin Luther King Jr. and it auto-caps the next word thinking the dot was the end of a sentence. Yeah, they aren't always the greatest at context clues. My biggest issue with them, yeah, aside from that other problem, the like thing that with like auto capitalization, all that stuff that I really don't like is when it aggressively tries to do it. Like, or really what I've just noticed in general is, so I have my like Pixel here, my Android phone. That's like the phone that I use the most. It's what I type on the most. So like it's the autocorrect that I'm used to. I have an iPad. And when I type on that, I feel like Apple's autocorrect is so much more assertive in terms of like, no, I know what this word is. Leave it to me. Like, where it's like, I'll type a word, I'll hit space, I'll realize the word is wrong, I will backspace into the word slightly to get rid of whatever Apple was trying to add, and then hit space again, and Apple reapplies that same correction, and I'm just like I feel like as soon as I'm manually backspacing and like fixing letters in a word, just give up. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. At that point, I'm typing and like I'm going like and doing the typing and stuff. Have la 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 and la 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 and la 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 and your autocorrect was saying la 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 girl. I'm glad that the stream has left a permanent effect on your keyboard. Floaty TV and silver GameCube, yee. Also, black GameCube is down there too. It is just harder to see. It's right there. And also new lights. We got new lights on stream. It's super nice. I'm able to like adjust them through like a press of a button. I'm able to turn them on and off or adjust the color and everything. It's good. It's very good. P is the perfect letter. It is the letter that that you need for the word perfect. Have to tell Word that a sentence is perfect and grammatically correct over 3,000 times. It still says you're not right every time you type one letter. Autocorrect is so bad it makes your words become emojis. That's rough. That's rough. My keyboard will suggest emojis. It never picks the emoji. The emoji is never something it autocorrects to. No, yeah, I don't know. I just like the keyboard on my iPad. The autocorrect on it is just very, very like you. I guess this is a thing. Maybe people who have iPhones would be like, yeah, no, duh, that's like normal. But like, what am I trying to say? But yeah, for like people on, I had to like regather my thoughts. So like people who have iPhones, be like, yeah, this is normal for autocorrect. But like, it's so weird to me that like the only way to stop Apple from doing an autocorrect is to like click the little X on the word. Like there's no other way. Like on the suggestion, it's like, I'm about to put this in. You have to say no. Otherwise, like it doesn't work. Because like I know like Android, if I just tap the word and go, I have a, like if I just like kind of tap the cursor again, it's like I've manually done things, just accept that what I've done is what I've done. And it goes, okay, and it just leaves me alone. Why is the middle finger an emoji? Because, you know, emojis are an attempt to, like, be an effective form of communication. Sorry if your chat's lag. You're resetting internet? All good, man. All good. Another iPhone thing I dislike, as an iPhone thing I dislike as an Android person, is being in a it used to be the thing, and I think they changed it because a lot of people were just annoyed, like, oh, why do I have to deal with this? Of like iMessage group chats, like if there's multiple iPhones in a chat, and like if there's multiple iPhones in a chat, even if there's another Android phone, the iPhones act like it's iMessage. And so, like, if I'm in a group chat with, like, multiple iPhones and they start liking messages, I just start getting so many, like, text messages saying, oh, so-and-so liked so-and-so's message. It's like, that's not information I need, right? It's like, I don't need the multiple texts. Vanillix, it is very interesting. You did post that emote, and it immediately, YouTube's like, hey, that's not appropriate, and hit it. Fun fact, just letting you know. That's why it did not show up in chat. Why did they change the gun? Because apparently that'll stop things from happening. I don't know, because... I don't know. I thought that one was dumb, personally, but... Gun is a water gun because apparently they can't do the revolver anymore. They can. They don't want to because they don't want it being associated with real firearms and stuff. And it's like, I didn't think the emoji was causing the problems that you think you're fixing, or you're saying you're helping fix. Shouldn't they change the middle finger? No, because that emoji is the middle finger. That is what that emoji is. Like, that's what it represents. There's like an actual, like, name for each of those, and I believe that one just is, like, called middle finger or something. Yeah. So, like, that's why ones like that exist. It's like, that is what the emoji is supposed to be. It's just the emoji that is supposed to be gun. Every company that has, like, an emoji keyboard has just made it water gun. Don't know your clouds? Like the different types of clouds? Should learn that. That's like super important. Gonna come up in everyday conversation constantly. Job interviews all over the place. It's the first thing they do. Ask you what all the they just like show you a picture of a cloud and say, what kind of cloud is this? It's the most vital information ever. It'll, you know, it's not just only gonna come up in that one like science class. Excuse me. Have you ever said tweet and instead got Twitter? Like words on a keyboard? No. No, that's never happened. Usually, most of my autocorrect problems are just like one letter out of place, causing like a different word, like if versus of, or like in versus on, or it'll be things like my phone deciding that when I tried to say were, like we were at that place, or like they were doing something. If it doesn't get completely accurate context, it just assumes I'm trying to say we're, like we are, instead of were. And so I always have to correct that or just accept it and let it go and be like, why'd you do that? Don't use Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I have them. I check them occasionally. I don't really post anything. Only need a TW to get Twitter on your autocorrect. You only need T. Yeah, it's not an immediate thing in my keyboard, but like in terms of like URLs, I think TW goes to Twitch and then like TWI goes to Twitter. Like it's smart enough to know that if I haven't gone to Twitch yet, I'm probably trying to go to Twitter. You want Rudy as your teacher? Which Rudy? There are multiple Rudys. So this is Twitter in caps. Look wrong? No, looks like Twitter to me. I mean, you'd rarely see the word Twitter written in all caps because like their logo is all like lowercase. Guy on the video you posted yesterday on Discord. I'll have to check that out. I will have to check. I didn't get a good chance to look at Discord yesterday just because I was out and about all day. I was doing robot stuff as well as and then was doing karting. Twitter needs an edit button. I mean, people have said that. As long as it's like locked to like the first little bit, it makes sense. If it's anything more than like the first few minutes, it's probably not. Doesn't make sense to do it because either the tweet's going to be buried that fast and not going to matter, or people have already been responding to it, and like if you can just like completely edit the message and change it and like make people respond to a different thing, then that's not great. I don't know what's up with your keyboard. At that point, I feel like you're just typing wrong. if that's what you got when you tried typing a lollipop. So do you get Discord but forgot? That's all good. Same with Minecraft account. I can't remember where you put your PSP charger. I may have to buy another one. Oh no! Are they hard to find chargers for now? I would have to assume they are, right? Like, loppable. Loppable. I don't know if that really fits. I don't think that fits. Something else stupid is when you say something and then type it again. And type it again, it'll autocorrect to the same thing. Like after you send it, yeah, that makes sense because like it thinks that you sending it the first time, as far as like your keyboard's autocorrect is concerned, confirmed the wrong autocorrect. It's really a few bucks on Amazon or even eBay. Okay. Gotcha. That's good at least. That's good. Autocorrect's annoying in your opinion? That's fair. That's fair. You can turn it off, generally, in your keyboard settings. You can usually turn it off. That would mean you have to like fix your own mistakes. Excuse me. I'm getting sleepy. Some ingredients in your opinion. So you try to say something and keep telling it'll autocorrect for you without confirming. That sounds like how my Apple keyboard works. I would suggest, at the moment at least, slowing down when typing, and fixing things as they happen. It makes it much easier for me to read. Alright, we're probably going to start looking at wrapping up here in about 10 minutes or so. Not quite to the 3-hour mark, but I've been sitting here for a while. We'll find a raid and stuff to do, so don't worry about that. Take 10 hours to send a whole paragraph. Hey, if it's correct, though. Would it not be worth? A delayed message can be made good. A bad message is bad forever. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out in the stream. Thank you for all the likes on the stream. Thank you to the new subs. But if it's late though, it's late though. I mean, true. Let me send a paragraph. A bit less than 10 hours. If y'all actually struggle this much with typing, y'all should, like, take the time to learn. It didn't autocorrect because you typed it right. If it's actually autocorrect that bad, reset your keyboard. Reset autocorrect. Otherwise, just practice typing. Like, I can only read so many typos. Like, I can only infer so much on typos. Just laying it out there. if I can't understand the message because half of it's mistyped, I'm just not reading it anymore. And like, there's a point where I can't even infer based off of like added messages. It's just typing too fast. Then slow down. That's all I can say. Not on a phone. That doesn't change the idea of typing on a phone keyboard. You can reset. You can reset the autocorrect suggestions on a keyboard. It's doable. It's doable. That's been a thing since the first ones. It's basically saying, hey, you're way off base now. Reset. It makes things a little bit funky at first, but it sounds like they're already way too funky now. I don't know. I don't know what phone you have, but generally you can go into the settings and go to like your keyboard settings and like autocorrect and like delete the cache or something. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had to do it in a while because, you know, I can type, but that might just be me. I'm gonna before you even say what phone it is, I'm gonna tell you I don't know how to fix it for your phone. You're just gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna be real. I am not gonna know. I can already tell you right now. I'm not gonna know. Yeah, just like Google like, you know, Samsung reset autocorrect on keyboard or something. That's the most I got for you. Oh, come on. And Duskull probably knows how to curse. The dad jokes are now flowing, Juan. Alright, heading out. Alright, see you later, Demon Izuku. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. It was nice meeting you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more loop around. That's probably what we're gonna call it. Like I said, I know it's a little bit early, but there's some stuff I'm gonna need to do here. Oh, you're not leaving? Okay. I don't know. With the number of typos, I just assumed. Alright, I think this is where we're just going to go ahead and call it. Thank you guys for all tuning into the stream. Like I said, I'll be back on Monday. The Friday stream today, or tomorrow, just isn't going to be able to happen because of some family stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Yeah, like I said, I'll be back Monday. Hope to see you guys all again there. And until next time, take care.